Hello, where is everyone? Can you see me? It's me, it's Miss Rachel. I'm behind on these giant Easter eggs. Oh, let me see if I can push my way through and get out of here. Oh, phew, that's better. Welcome to our LakePoint Kids Online Family Experience, friends, and happy Easter. I love Easter eggs, but normally I eat them. I don't hide behind them. Have you eaten any Easter eggs yet? Or maybe you'll eat them later this weekend. Well, I have a bunch of eggs to show you, but again, they're not for eating, they're for a game. They're hiding some pictures, and I want you to guess what the picture is behind the eggs before they all disappear. Are you ready? Let's get cracking. Job with our game. Here's another one though, and I'll give you a clue. All right, this right here is what Easter is all about. Let me know when you figured it out. Jesus. Yes, Jesus is the whole reason we have Easter. Now, Ollie and his friends are away today celebrating Easter, so I'm going to share the story with you today from a kid's Bible. I'm going to start with the chapter called Washing the Disciples' Feet. We talked about that story a couple weeks ago, but did you know it was actually part of the Easter story? All right, let's check it out now. Jesus and his disciples gathered together for a special Passover meal. Jesus knew he would be leaving them soon. After supper, Jesus removed his outer clothing. He wrapped a towel around his waist. Then he filled a bowl with water. Jesus washed and dried the disciples' feet one by one. Then it was Peter's turn. He said to Jesus, "Lord, you should never wash my feet." Jesus answered, "I must wash your feet for you to be part of my kingdom." Then he said to them all, "As I have washed your feet, you must wash each other's feet." By doing this, Jesus showed his friends how to love and serve others. Jesus told them, "One of you will turn against me tonight." His disciples were shocked and said, "We would never do that." "Who will turn against you?" John asked. "The one I give this piece of bread to," said Jesus. He handed it to Judas and said, "Do what you must." Judas quickly left. Then Jesus did something else. He picked up a loaf of bread and blessed it. Then he broke it into pieces. He gave the bread to his disciples to eat. Jesus said, "This bread is my body. Every time you do this, think of me." In the same way, he took a cup of wine and blessed it. He gave it to the disciples to drink. "This is my blood. It is poured out to forgive the sins of many." The time has come for me to go away. Where I am going, you cannot go yet. I am going to go to heaven to prepare a wonderful new home for you, but I will return to you soon. At first, you will be very sad, but don't be frightened. Soon you will understand and you will be filled with joy. Judas went to the leaders. He asked, "How much will you pay me if I help you capture Jesus?" They said 30 pieces of silver. So Judas took the money and made a plan. Jesus had gone to his favorite garden to pray. The disciples went along. Jesus prayed, "Father, if it is your will, I am ready to give my life so that all the people who trust in me will be saved from their sins." Soon Judas arrived with some soldiers. Peter wanted to protect Jesus, but Jesus said, "No, I must allow this to happen." All the disciples ran away, and the soldiers arrested Jesus. They took Jesus to the leaders. The leaders said, "You say that you are the Son of God, but we do not believe you." The soldiers took charge of Jesus. They made him carry a big wooden cross. They took him to a place called the Skull, or Golgotha. There they nailed Jesus to that cross, and Jesus died on that cross. Everyone who loved Jesus was very sad, but they forgot something important. Jesus said he would see them again soon. After Jesus died, some of his friends laid his body in a big tomb. They sealed it shut with a large round stone. Soldiers guarded the tomb. 3 days later, the earth shook. An angel of the Lord came down from heaven and pushed the stone away from the tomb. Then the angel sat on the stone. When the soldiers saw the angel, they fell to the ground. Mary was walking to the tomb with some of her friends. They saw the angel who said, "Do not be afraid. Jesus is not here. He is risen. Go and tell Peter and the other disciples that Jesus is alive." On their way, the women saw Jesus. They fell to their knees and worshipped him. Jesus smiled and said, "Go tell the others. I will see them in the town of Galilee." So Mary ran to tell the disciples. The disciples had locked themselves in a small room because they were afraid the leaders would send soldiers to arrest them. Suddenly, Jesus appeared to them. He said, "Peace be to you." They thought he was a ghost. But Jesus said, "Touch my hands and my feet so you'll know it's really me." The disciples cheered. They were very, very happy to see Jesus again. What an amazing story. Jesus started off having dinner with his friends. He washed their feet and told them to think of him when they had bread and wine. He told them that he had to go away for a while, but he'd be back. Judas, who was pretending to be a friend of Jesus, told the mean people where they could find him. When Jesus was praying in the garden, those mean people came and they took Jesus away. They hurt him and they put him on a cross, and he died. It was very, very sad. They put his body in a tomb and closed the entrance with a big stone. But Jesus didn't stay there. After 3 days, angels moved that stone away and Jesus came out. Jesus was alive. Now, I have a question for you, friends. Why did Jesus die on the cross? Jesus is so strong, he could have said, "Stop!" and all the people would have listened. Jesus died on the cross so we could be forgiven of all the wrong things we have done. Jesus did this because he loves us so much and wants to be our friend forever. Jesus is alive, friends, and he wants to be your friend forever. Today, friends, I want you to look up a song called "It's a Happy Day" by Yancey on YouTube and sing and dance along with it, celebrating that Jesus is alive. Parents, now is the time to either scan the QR code on the screen or head over to the LakePoint app to fill out our online connection card. Signing our guest book lets us know who is watching and helps us stay connected to you. It also allows you to sign up for our latest LakePoint initiatives and opportunities. So friends, while your parents are busy doing that, why don't you hop like a bunny and go tell someone the good news that Jesus is alive? As well, feel free to enjoy our earlier LakePoint Kids online family experiences on our YouTube channel or on our LakePoint app in the Family Resources section. Friends, I'm so glad you tuned in today. I'll see you again next week. Same time, same place. Happy Easter.